Hello, I'm Leanne Giavedoni. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to sharing with you some of my favorite things about Chapter 7. Okay, if you recall, Chapter 1 was all about time management and setting priorities and making yourself a priority, okay? And so if taking time for me time is still not happening, then you're going to want to go back to Chapter 1. That is why the book started with that chapter because, well, time is one of the top 3 reasons that I hear as a coach for people not manifesting the abundant life that they deserve. Okay? So, chapter 7 is more about what to do during your me time. And using the guide is part of me time. So when you're taking me time, that's when you're actually pulling out your guide and going through the exercises and learning the manifesting tools that are in here. And unraveling your fear is all a part of manifesting. So by now, you are beginning to see the key to reaching goals and feeling happy with your life is to always be in touch with your emotions, your thoughts, and the beliefs you hold. These are what are creating your reality. And so connecting to these emotions requires time for quiet reflection. Your first step is to make that a priority. So taking out the time, but then during that time, making the requirement of tuning in a priority. So you put it in your day planner, right? Then find a way that works for you. Reflection time is referred by many, many names. Mindfulness, prayer, devotion, decompression, meditation. Whatever you call it, the intention is to slow down. Take time to consider. Get clarity and facilitate healing of the body and the mind while connecting internally. Okay, even if you're going above, you're still going internally to go above. Okay, so I call this process meditation, and taking time for it is essential. Meditation is simply the act of slowing down the body and mind. On a physical level, you're actually switching from the sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic nervous system. And the difference is that the sympathetic nervous system is your fight or flight response, right? You're always looking over your shoulder. You're always, worried and trying to stay safe. It is designed to protect you. But in today's society, it is more than likely working overtime from continuous stimulation from all around. And that results in overload. And that overload can include getting sick frequently, having like a low immune system, an altered metabolism, so maybe gaining weight or losing too much weight, improper digestion, sleep issues, anxiety, hormonal imbalances, and mood swings. Okay, all of these things are a reflection of your sympathetic nervous system. Okay, the parasympathetic nervous system is your relax and repair response. So accessing this system helps you to stay in a healthy, balanced state, body and mind. So this is why me time is so critical, because it is one of the times when you're turning off the sympathetic, turning off the mind chatter in the brain, turning off the emotions that are consuming you, and looking at them with insight, clarity, unraveling, and healing. Okay? So that is why me time is so, so, so important. And then what you do in me time is really anything that's in the book, anything that's going to help you unravel the things that are blocking you from having that peace of body and mind. So here's some tips for meditation. Make time for it, okay? You got to start with that. And it's time for reflection and relaxation. Make it a goal, okay? It is a goal for me to every morning start my day with me time. That's my goal. It is in my schedule. My life is designed around it, okay? It wasn't always that way, but I had to make it that way. Hopefully you make it that way before life gets you down too much, right? I was burnt out, so I had no choice but to do it. And yet, it was the best thing I could ever do. So make it a goal. And then be very, very specific. Like any other goal, you have to be specific, right? You have to say things like, when will you do me time? Exactly when will you do it? Okay, so in my case, it's every morning. Before I even get out of bed, I start my me time activities. And I'm going to share later in one of our tips what my me time schedule actually looks like. Okay, so when will you meditate? What time of the day? What days of the week? Okay. How long will you do it each time? Will you do it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour? Okay. Doesn't matter. Just start with something. Where will you meditate? Where will you do your me time? What will that look like for you? Also, what will you do during that time? And I'm going to continue to share some tips about what to do throughout the chapter on me time. But give some thought to what sorts of things are going to help you unravel the stuff that's in your head and in your heart. How are you going to ease your mind and your body so that you can have that healing happen? Okay? So for example, the goal might look like meditate every day, first thing in the morning for 15 minutes in the bedroom while lying in the bed using a guided recording. That is actually how my meditation started 15 years ago, maybe longer than that now. Okay, so that's just an example. You have to design it to suit your lifestyle and who you are. Okay, so declare it. Tell me your intention for your me time. Okay, in the chat, tell me your intention, that you're declaring that you are making it a goal and making it a priority. Okay, if you want to share how you're going to do it, go ahead, but at least declare it. Now, if you need some help, use my 5 free guided visualizations. They're under 10 minutes and they're meant for beginning. They're meant to just help you get in that state of parasympathetic, okay? You can also check out my YouTube page where I have some longer, more involved meditations. The free guided meditations are available on my website, leannegiavedoni.com or unleashedessentials.com. Now, when you work with me as a coach, me time is a must to get to the blocks that are stopping you from getting where you want to go, right? And so we use me time, which is our coaching time, to change those limiting patterns, to keep you from that abundant life that you deserve, those patterns that are keeping you from it. We need to get to those. And that's what me time is all about. Okay? So whether you're working with me one-on-one as your coach, or if you're doing this through my tips here, make sure it is a priority for you. So I'll see you next time for another tip from our coaching guide to make manifesting easier.